Hello, welcome. Today we're going to focus on 4 different ways to make your horns sound wider. Let's say you're working with a horn section, or you have a horn patch from Contact or another library, and you want to make the horn sound bigger, wider, like they take up more space in the room, and you want to leave room in the center for your vocal. Today I'll show you 4 different ways you can achieve that. You can use them individually, or you can blend them together to taste. I'll also show you another way that you can get your horn to be more prominent, but still leave room for the vocal. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's first hear the context of the music. We're looking at the horn track right here, and we're going to hear it in context of music. You can hear what it's doing. It's going simultaneous while the vocals are going.
You've been searching, hoping to find that one person.
Okay, so you can hear there you have the horns going, and you want to have those horns nice and present, but you also need to make sure you have space for the vocal. So what I'm going to try and do is widen those horns a little bit. I wanted to show 4 methods for doing so. So let's first take a look at one idea, which is to use Izotope Imager, and this is a free plugin, and what it basically does is it stereoizes, and it has like a Haas kind of effect. And then it has like a width control here and does like a widening. So let's hear what that sounds like before and after. I'm just going to solo these horns for these examples. Exaggerate it. Okay, let's hear that in the context of the music, off and then on.
Gonna be your baby. Tell me who you're gonna love right now. Oh, yeah.
Okay, number 2 is to use an EQ that has mid-side processing. So what I've got here is I've got an EQ, and right here I'm lifting the high frequencies and a shelf from about 4.5K or so, and I'm lifting that on the sides, and I'm going to simultaneously reduce a little bit of that energy in the center, and I can also look to even reduce where the vocal frequencies might be. So let's try that right now.
Open, find, open.
So you can hear that that just kind of lifts the sides there. Another idea is to add chorus. So for this I have the Dimension D Arturia chorus here, and it's just set wet, and it's set on an auxiliary bus. So I'll turn that up and you can hear what it does, but it has kind of a cool widening effect with a little bit of modulation added to it. So let's hear that. So I will turn that on and I'll lift that up. Off. On. Okay, idea number 4 is to try the same thing we just did with the chorus, except use a flanger. I have the Arturia flanger on this one, and that just gives the same kind of thing. It's got a stereo widening effect. This one is a little bit more swirly and has a little bit of a swooshing on the high end you'll be able to hear when it comes in. But Use Subtly does a really similar thing. Let's hear that. Reduce it. Off. On. All right, so all these can be used also in subtle amounts with each other. Okay, we'll do processing off and then processing on. So first off, All right, I hope that helps. That's 4 ideas to widen your horns. Here's one more bonus idea. Right here is a compressor, and this is sidechained to the vocal bus. So that means it will react and duck for the vocals rather than for the horns. But that gives the horns a nice present feel. So let's try that off and on. So we'll leave all the widening on, and we'll try this compressor sidechained to the vocals off and on.
Searching, hoping to find that one person. Who make you feel fine. Tell me who gonna be your baby. Tell me who you gonna love right.
So you can hear when I do that, it brings up the horns. They're more present, but there's still room for the vocals. Here's with all 4 ideas on together and off. I would probably only blend 1 or 2 of these at a time, but it'll give you a taste for all of them.
Searching, hoping to find that one person. Who make you feel fine. Tell me who. You've been searching, hoping to find that one person. Who make you feel fine. Tell me who gonna be your baby.
Hope that helped. 4 different ways to widen horns. If you like what you saw, please hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, ring the bell. All that stuff helps the channel. See you next time.